All right, cool. Let's go ahead. I'm going to give you my top five, and then you can tell me how right or wrong I am. Again, we got a few names that are the same, just in a different order. So I have Eckler actually finishing number one. I have JT at number two. Probably surprising to a lot of people, I have Aaron Jones at number three. I have Najee at number four, just like you. And then I know this is a surprise to almost everybody. I have good old Lenny at number five. So obviously, number one, number two, I have them in that space for the same reasons that you have them in those spaces. So, we're not to spend a lot of time on that. They could finish in either order, but I think those are the top two fantasy running backs going into this year. And until somebody proves them wrong or somebody outdoes them, then I think they're going to stay there for a little bit. When it comes to Aaron Jones, the reason I have him at number three is because of the loss of Davante Adams. And one thing I know about Aaron Rodgers is on the football field, he goes to what he's comfortable with. And what he's comfortable with right now is Aaron Jones. That's about the only thing that he has that he looks around and goes, oh, this is familiar. So I think that that's going to benefit him. They're going to probably be a little more on the run side. I'm not saying they're going to be a run-heavy team, but I think they're going to run the ball more, especially down in the red zone because they don't have Davante as that red zone threat where you can just throw it up there and he can jump up and out jump everybody and catch it over pretty much any DB in the league. So I think Aaron Jones is going to benefit from that. And then obviously those passes that were going to Davante Adams, they have to be split up and going somewhere. And I think Aaron Jones is going to pick up a good share of those also. And since we're talking about PPR, that's definitely going to propel him up the ladder. So that's why I have him at number three. Number four, like we talked about, Najee, I think it's just pure volume. He's basically the center of that offense at this point, especially with the unknown at quarterback. They don't really know, what they're going to get. I know that they have, Trubisky, but we'll see how that plays out. So again, I think he's based on his volume, he's going to be a top five running back in fantasy pretty much no matter what, unless he gets hurt. And then the other one I know is probably surprising for everyone is Leonard Fournette at number five. And again, I think for some of the same reasons that I have Aaron Jones up there are the same reasons I have Leonard Fournette in my top five. Obviously, you have Godwin coming off of an injury. I know he's going to be back and hopefully 100% at some point. But until then, they really just have Mike Evans. They lost Gronk. So, they don't have that same stability at tight end anymore either. And I really think, again, when they get down in the red zone, Tom Brady's going to go to what he can rely on. And when there's no Gronk there, and Mike Evans is getting double teamed in the back of the end zone, and they're pretty much following him everywhere he goes, Leonard Fournette's going to be his next best option in the red zone to pick up some touchdowns. I think, again, he's going to pick up some of that receivers that – oh gosh, I'm stuck. I'm tongue-tied. Some of that workload that Gronk had and that Godwin had until at least Godwin gets back 100%. So, and Leonard Fournette is a very capable receiving running back out of the backfield. So I know when a lot of people think about Leonard Fournette, they think about him just being a big burly running back and, running people over, but he's very good out of the backfield, has very good hands. And then when he gets in open space, he's a lot faster and quicker than people realize. So I think that, again, he has a good chance as long as he stays healthy, because this is something we talked about before we hopped on. He did miss a couple games last year. Aaron Jones missed a couple games last year, but as long as they can stay healthy, I have full confidence that those two guys can definitely finish in the top five, along with the other three that you had up there in your top five. So that's my top five. I'd love to hear your feedback.